back to another video. Sam Kozen here, fitness enthusiast and overall foodie. I feel like I've shown you guys a lot of my food aspects of my life, but today I want to focus on weightlifting because weightlifting is also a huge part of my life. I find it a release from like everyday stresses and a way to constantly and consistently keep challenging myself. It's one of my favorite feelings when I am able to like set out a goal for myself in the gym and be able to achieve it, because it's a me versus me aspect and it's not anyone else in the gym, even though there literally is. But when I go to the gym, it's me versus me. I think that's how it should be for everyone. And I think that that's kind of the most rewarding part of weightlifting, because you just get to constantly be challenging yourself and bettering yourself just for your own benefit. So I wanted to make a video giving you guys some tips that whether you are new to the gym or have been going to the gym for a while and you're wanting to see some more progress, I think that this is going to really benefit you. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So the first key is to warm up, and warming up is so underappreciated and done, and probably one of the most important aspects to weightlifting. You are about to put your body under a serious amount of stress, and it needs a little heads up that it's about to be put to work. So start with some aerobic activities such as like a 5-minute jog or a brisk walk, just to increase your blood flow to your muscles, and then you can prime them for a good workout. Skipping rope or doing jumping jacks are also some really good warm-up activities because they're a full body experience. Warm-up can also consist of stretching, and I know all bodybuilders, including myself, are usually so anxious to get into the gym that we neglect our stretching, but I swear to something that is holy that you'll see a drastic improvement in your lifts, your range of motion, if your ligaments and muscles are being worked properly beforehand. Stretching keeps the muscles flexible, strong, and healthy, and we need that flexibility to maintain a range of motion in the joints. Without it, the muscles shorten and become tight, and then when you call on those muscles for activity, they're kind of weak and unable to extend all the way. And foam rolling is also a really excellent way to stretch and activate those muscles. The next tip I would say is to start with a lighter weight. Like pick something that you can do about like 10 to 15 reps with easily. And then that way you can focus on your proper form. I like to begin almost every exercise, but especially like my main lifts that day, with a set of 10 to 15 reps before I move into my usual working 3 sets. It's kind of like muscle memory for the body to be like, oh right, I know what this exercise is, and it starts to kind of get pumped up. If you're new to the gym and you don't know where to start weight-wise, I'd recommend just picking a weight that you know for sure that you can do, rather than picking up something and feeling so uncomfortable with it and then just like leaving the whole exercise in general. So pick something that you know will be light, and then you can just progressively move up from there. Find that working weight for you and write it down so that you can remember next time you go back there next week and be like, oh yeah, I do 10s for this exercise and I do 20s for this exercise. Similarly, if you've been working out a while, I can't stress how crucial it is to keep a log of your program if you want to see improvement. Going up by weight or by reps are both beneficial. So if you did 4 sets of 10 last week with 30 pounds, try doing 4 sets of 12 this week with the same weight. Or alternatively, see if you can do your last 2 sets with 35 pounds instead now. We always want to be pushing our bodies to see body composition changes and strength gains. However, and I mean this sincerely, no one cares how much you can lift if your lift sucks. Do not compromise your form to try and impress anyone. The gym is about you versus you. It's not about you versus the big guy that's probably been training for years longer than you. It's not about you versus the person on Instagram. It's about you wanting to improve and be the best version of yourself for your longevity and your health. Do not compromise by being an idiot just to try and look a certain part. Moving on, rest time. You should rest for at least 60 seconds in between your sets. And now this can change depending on your goals, your strength, etc. This helps prevent muscle fatigue, especially as you start out for heavier lifts. Let's say you're doing squats and you're doing heavy 3s or 5s. You're going to want to give your body longer to recover, upwards of 3 minutes, perhaps, depending on the weight that you're using and your exhaustion levels. Because if you're completely beat after your set, you need time to regain your breath, compose your strength, mindset, if you want to be able to jump in and do it again. And a little side note, if you're training for fat loss, I'd recommend keeping your rest times minimal and supersetting. Supersetting will help increase your aerobic activity during your weightlifting sessions, so it keeps your heart rate up, you're burning more calories. Also, for lots of people, I would say that it's more motivational to kind of be on the entire time during the gym, because sometimes when you take too long of rest periods, you're on your phone, you're scrolling, and you kind of just like lose that motivation. Obviously, it depends on like who you are, because some people really do need that, maybe that come down for a second for a mind shift focus and to like gain their breath and stuff. and then they're ready to hop right back in. But I feel like that's more people that have been doing it longer because we know what needs to be done. But if you're new and you're like, I just want to get in, get it out quicker, I would recommend supersetting. Okay, so rest periods we covered. Now rest days are also kind of the next important thing. If you're just starting out, I'd recommend like 3 rest days a week so that your body is given adequate time to recover. Resting gives your muscles time to recover and replenish energy stores before your next workout. If you've been training a while, I'd recommend training 5 to 6 days a week and then making one of those or maybe both of those rest days active recovery days with something like cardio or yoga that promotes blood flow to the muscles, because that can help them recover better and faster. Essentially, you can minimize your sore muscles while still maintaining strength gains that occurred from your training session. And then the last tip I want to give playing off recovery is your post-workout regime. It's awesome to cool down if you have time to let your heart rate rest and promote recovery. And this can be done with a light stretch or even just like 5 minutes of light cardio, or like biking or walking, but most importantly, your nutrition. Ideally, you want to eat within an hour after working out. It doesn't need to be immediately, but if you didn't eat before your training session, I would recommend trying to eat as soon as possible after. What is very important though is your water intake. Make sure you drink tons of water after your session. Rehydration is essential, especially if you've exercised intensely or broken a sweat. Replenishing your fluid levels improves your muscle flexibility, builds strength, and prevents muscle soreness. Coconut water, green tea, low sugar sports drinks, chocolate milk can also be really good options as they contain electrolytes such as potassium and sodium that can prevent and relieve muscle cramping. Do avoid overly sugary, caffeinated, and alcohol drinks though, obviously, because those ones can cause dehydration, which is the exact opposite of what we do want. Going back to your nutrition though, you will want something that is fast digesting. So a whey isolate is the fastest digesting protein that we can get if you are a fan of protein powders. Other than that, just a nice clean protein source is good. Fish, chicken, tempeh if you're vegan or plant-based, things like that. But things that are higher in fiber take longer to digest, and those won't be the quickest nutrients to get to your muscles then to help relieve them. Simple carbs or complex carbs, a carb source in general, is awesome to refuel your energy storage and your glycogen. So things like, lots of people will have like a protein cereal after, because you have your isolate protein and your simple sugars and carbs that will quickly get to your muscles and help recover. Ideally something basically low in fiber and vegetables and high in lean protein and carbs. So basically, to get the most benefits from your workout, it's important to honor and nourish your body by following a post-workout routine and nutrition plan. This allows you to stay healthy physically and mentally, and it can also help you prevent injury and burnout because you're fueled properly. It will reduce your muscle protein breakdown caused by exercise and increase your muscle protein synthesis, which is what we obviously want. And what this does is it will greatly enhance your recovery and help you build muscle and, essentially, hopefully look how you want to look. But that's everything I wanted to cover today. I hope it kind of gave you some maybe workout tips and ideas, and it was beneficial. So hopefully you enjoyed your time here. Quick little, I don't know how quick this is. I think it's a quick little thing. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and comment any tips you have down below for anyone out there that you think I missed. And let me know if there's any other videos that you would like me to cover. I am a precision nutrition certified coach, so I feel like I do know what I'm talking about sometimes. I've been doing this a while as well. Any questions, comment down below, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.